Alrighty, hello, hello. Sorry about that quick blip. I minimized Discord and that tabbed me completely out of Elden Ring. Yeah, hello. Something happened. Guess what? It's time for that same joke again. Yeah. Let's get into it. Music has gotten epic again. Unfortunate. I have to cut it off. Oh well. Alrighty. So, I've done some more research. And by research, I mean I have a list of stuff to do. I think last time I said I wanted to wrap up getting the cookbooks and the psychic tears and cookbooks, physic tears, and the Knights Cavalry. On my list, I have all that, and then I also have any spells I'm missing. So it's gonna be a little bit longer than I initially planned for. But I do just kind of want to get everything so I'm prepared for any other future builds I want to do. So I don't have to worry about getting them later. May as well get them all now while I have everything accessible. So, first things first. We're only missing, surprisingly, 3 Crimson Tears. Or not Crimson Tears, 3 Psychic Tears, Physic Tears. I'm gonna keep calling them Psychic. Apparently one of them's right here. 666 runes from that first guy, that's a sign. So we got the Dex Knot tier. Them St. Trina's lilies, I'm gonna need them. Alright. So that one's done. So the Int Knot tier. Intelligence Knot. Oh yeah, apparently there's an Everjail here that I never did. Ah! What? What? You? That doesn't hit you. You know what? This'll do. This'll get you. Come here. Are you kidding me? Thank you. He dropped a thing. That may have been overkill, but honestly, for those guys, nothing is overkill. Let's see. Road to Manor Grace. Okay, so we go southeast from here, and then we go north. Hello, EG. So down there, I assume. I presume, at least. It's all I wrote down, so hopefully it'll just kind of like be here and I won't have to look it up again. And hands are good at dropping somber stones. I think I am on the right track, though. Be wary of arms. Yes, here it is. There's the Intelligence Knot tier. Alright, and then the Windy tier is over here. So if we keep this pace up, gathering stuff will not take very long. I believe the wiki did say that it was guarded by a bird, and I assume that is the bird. Ow. Man, that didn't do, like, any damage. Are you? You're aggroed on me. You missed. Nice. Alright, so I think somewhere down here should be the windy crystal tear. And that is all of the crystal tears. Is that a lion? What are you doing? Hi. Nah, come here. Oh, wow. Right, they drop a lot of shit. What is even over here, then? Just beast blood? It's around here somewhere. The last crystal tear. Is that it there, maybe? I'm looking for birds. Doesn't seem like it. I figured it would have been that bird we first saw, but apparently not. They're usually in a bowl. Probably because it's right here. Alright, windy crystal tear. Okay. So that is all the crystal tears. So now it's time for cookbooks. So first one, Sea Offer River. Here's fine. This one I'm gonna need to do a bit of hunting around for, because the wiki was not very descriptive. All I got was, I don't one-shot the crab. All I understood from what the wiki was telling me was he's near scaffolding. And the only scaffolding I know of is over there. So I think you have to make like a jump through a waterfall or something. I do want to kill these guys. Give me your headpiece. Nope. Alright. Ideally, I would like to not fight the big ones, because they are... I can't cut their tentacles off. They're a lot more awkward to fight. Oh no. I saw the dragonfly. He sees me. Did I ever climb up here? Surely. Wait. Punk? Ah, I never went this way. Okay. Also, apparently sometimes this merchant just disappears. So we'll see if he's even here for me. What are you attacking? I'm guessing that was supposed to be the merchant. Unless he's here. Maybe he's down here. Ah, I hear him. There he is.
Ooh, our customer.
Hello, you have cookbooks. This teach me how to make soap, oil pot, and roped oil pot, dappled cured meat, and white cured meat. Or dappled white cured meat. So larval tear. Some of those. Sure, I'll just buy all those. Why not? Shodel. Let's buy a shodel. Alright.
Goodbye. Till next time.
I think that's the crestfallen warrior, isn't it? Oh, fucking flower. Don't kill the merchant, please. Alright. So that's that one done. Let's get the glintstone ones next. In Laskyar Ruins. Apparently I never explored there enough. I need to go southeast. And I'll be doing a lot of hopping around. But then, once we are done, we will be ready for New Game Plus. And I will be... I'm looking forward to that very much. Alright, Laskyar Ruins. We're looking for a book. I don't think it's specifically in the ruins. I think it's just somewhere nearby. But let's look around. Feel like east was mentioned. No horse. Oh boy. Surprised those guys don't just inflict death blight. Those look like death blight projectiles. Kind of makes sense considering healing probably... I think healing kills these guys. I don't have a heal spell. Healing kills these guys though. Boop. Is it this here? No, it's not. I don't actually know where this takes me. I'll check that out after. I assume healing kills these guys. It's gotta, right? Oh, you know what? That's probably it there. Nope, that's a ritual pot. It's somewhere around here, I promise. That's a skull. Okay. Down here? No bad man? No bad man? Wraith calling bell. What is that? Use FP summon prowling wraiths. These can be done multiple times in a row. Vengeful spirits of those who died when cursed. So can I be that asshole enemy? I can. That's pretty cool. It's probably not going to do very much damage, but let's try it out. Nah. Don't walk in the way, horseman. Oh, you fucker. Alright. I guess the horseman didn't walk in the way. Okay, yeah, so it's trash. Probably because my int isn't very high, but still. Those guys are probably also resistant to that magic, whatever kind it is. But still. 130 damage is not a lot. Oh, hello. Golden rune. Am I gonna have to look this one up? I hope not. This better be it right here. Yeah. There's a grace here that I never touched. I can't. I don't know where he is. But I want him to die. Why is he so good at this? Alright, there we go. Took him long enough to fly into me. Okay. So we got that. Apparently it was southeast. That one's done. And this one is done. I'm leaving Nomad Book 23 for later because we're probably gonna have to go up there, and if it's nighttime, there's a Knight's Cavalry up there. Carrier Manor room, southeast of the gardens. Okay. Back to Carrier Manor. Apparently if we go like straight east, there will be good stuff around here. Watch for hands. Ow. Ow. Ceasefire. Hands do not like fire. I think there's a scarab around here as well. Get me a spell. This is the cookbook. Cool. Alright. I think there might be a scarab around here. It did say the scarab was to the east. From that same grace. It's further down the list. Hi. May as well trip the trap. So, hang on, where is this? East of Carrier Manor. That's all I have written down. Great. Thanks, me. I assume it's somewhere around here. takes so long to die. I don't have a torch. Ah. I'm looking. Okay, I don't see a hand. Gotta keep an eye out for the hands that are in the ground. I feel like I just heard a doom noise. Like there's the scarab, I hear it. The, boar nest? Is that what they're called? Yeah, let's try to listen to that again. There's like a little bit of a scream in there that sounded like the gore nest. Alright, well. I don't know. I might just be crazy. So we got that. Sorceries, Carrion Piercer. Okay. Actually, let's wrap up all the crystals, all the sorceries right now. Since one of them's from this Everjail, and the other two are from a cave. I could have sworn I've been down here. But apparently not. Royal Grave Everjail. Alright. Hi. Yeah. I think I'm here a bit over leveled. Okay. That's that done, and now we need to go to here. Actually, we're northeast of, or northwest of Rose Church. So if I go southeast, may as well make this stop first. Alright, I'm not gonna worry about killing the flower. Apparently there's a scarab around here with blood flame blade. That's the Rose Church, I believe. Somewhere around here. There you are. Cool. Okay, so now we're heading straight north towards that waypoint. North. There we are. Actually, let me mark down Blood Flame Blade real quick. Make sure I know I got that one. That'll be pretty good for Blood Flame build. I know mostly the builds that I want to do. New Game Plus, I want to do Sleep build. New Game Plus 2, I think I want to do Madness. All the Madness incantations. At some point I do want to do Godslayer. I want to do a like a full Arcane Bleed build with Moog Spear. That'd be cool. And all the Blood Flame sorceries and stuff. I want to do Gravity. Like a proper Dex build. Archer build maybe at some point. There's so many options. Okay, so this is the Crystal Cave. We putting on the Smashy. Actually, do I have a better... I haven't upgraded these. I should do that. I can also upgrade this. Upgrade that as well. What if I use this, though? Oh, hello. Squish the rat. Actually, let me get Starlight so I don't have to use the torch. Tune spell, get rid of Beast Claw. I don't have enough int to use Starlight. I'm not gonna be blocking. Literally need one int. Can I put on a catalyst even? No, I can't. Doesn't matter which one I put on, really. Yeah, this one's the lightest. Not that it matters. Okay. I like the blue light as well. Oh, you sneaky fucker. Also, apparently we're still fat rolling. Really? 1 point of weight's the difference? Fine, I'll put on something a little bit lighter. Lendell gauntlets, sure. Making use of them. That probably means I can put on this as well as... I can replace the torch with the catalyst, yeah. Could this be a house? That's the problem with Starlight. It lasts like 2 whole seconds. Okay, no illusory wall. I think there's an illusory wall somewhere in this cave. Ah, it's the meeting of the minds, I see. Bonk. Rest in peace, dog. Okay, so there's something this way. Precious item ahead. Let's go this way then. illusory wall. I wonder if law of regression would work, actually, for revealing illusory walls. I don't know how useful it would be, or what the radius of it is, but could be good. Frame rate is suddenly very bad here. Ah, that looks suspicious as hell. Okay. Yeah. That's what I figured. We got a chest. This is a spell? No, crystal staff. Neat. Oh, hello. Don't try to bonk me with your face. I don't appreciate that. Rune arc. Not what I need. That's not an illusory wall? Alright. Bonk. I'm gonna need to use a big weapon at some point as well. Wait, there's a boss this way. Whoa. All right. Ow. Oh, they just popped. So crystal release is one. Wait, what the fuck? Where does this go? The hell is this taking me? It's taking me into Ray Lucaria? Is this taking me to where I think it is? Nope, no it's not. Okay. Just a random section of Ray Lucaria that's inaccessible otherwise. Terra Magica. Alright. So that's what I was looking for then. But there's more to that cave. Wasn't done in there. But that's all the sorceries. I now have literally every sorcery in the game that I wrote down, at least. I might be missing one or two from like boss souls or something. I don't think I am. Maybe from like Mount Gelmir. Oh no, I'm missing some from Mount Gelmir class. So those might be, I think those I don't No, those are sorceries, right? The fire sorceries. But I can't get those because I killed Rickard before I did all the assassination quests. So there was more to this cave, I'm pretty sure. Was there? Or was I... Alright, this message said boss ahead. Okay, never mind. Alright. That is that cave done then. Put the torch back on. Put the blocking back on. Put the best shield back on. Okay. So that is all of the sorceries acquired. So next is the final cookbook. Consecrated snowfields. Pretty much just north of here. Apparently there's a Knight's Cavalry here as well. Since it's nighttime, may as well. I have zero idea. Ow, ow, ow! Oh my god, they have so much health. Nah. Cease. God, the dog has as much health as some bosses in this game. It hits harder. Okay. So apparently it's just on like a corpse. Oh god. I hate these things. Hmm. Come on. That was very bright. Hey, have you guys seen a cookbook? Just kind of lying around somewhere? I'm looking for one. It's not up here, is it? Oh god. Look at that beautiful mug. Oh god. I don't remember what rarity the cookbooks are, but I don't think this is it. Somber 9 is good though. Expensive. Hey guys. You're attacking me. That is your final mistake. I don't like the electro balls at all. Am I going the right way? Who knows? Not me. So, catacombs. Have I triggered this one? I think so. Yeah. Alright, I need to look this one up, I guess. Nomad 23. Okay, it's actually very close to the site of grace. It's like right here. Whose steppies am I hearing? Oh, Torrent. Please don't go into the ground like that. That scared me. I just had a horrible thought that I didn't unmute my mic this whole time. Because I looked over at the thing and it didn't show any mic activity, but we're good. The game is on. My mic is on. Everything is okay. I'm not crazy. Alright, so it's like, it should be like right around here. Right here. Cool. So that is all the cookbooks. Now I'm gonna look around for a caravan. While I'm here, you know? God, this snow effect is not good. That's probably purely because of my graphic settings, but like... it's so flashy. Ow. Page. Nah. I knew she was gonna do it. God, what is poise? Is this the right caravan? We'll know very quickly if it's the right caravan. Arr. Ah. Okay. I don't think this is the right caravan. I think the first time I was here at nighttime. And this is where I got St. Trina's torch. Right? Or maybe this is where the... like, the shuttle is. Yeah, do I have it written down? Garden caravan southwest of Inner Consecrated Snowfield Grace. I do not have Inner Consecrated Snowfield Grace. So that would make things a little bit more difficult on my end. This looks like a cliff. I cannot see the bottom, but... oh, I can see the bottom. Okay. Okay, the snow is lightened up in this part of the map. No idea. I think I did loot the caravan that the Knights Cavalry is guarding. This appears to be the Grace. Let's see, is this Inner Consecrated Snowfield? Yes, cool. Let me put that back on Beast Claw. And southwest. That caravan there, probably. Yes, indeed. Hi. Ow. Lock onto the right enemy, please. Okay, hit the horse. That's something at least. check. Uh-huh. You missed. You aren't supposed to miss with that. Ow. Hip check. Oh god. It's fine. Hip check. Scoop. Ah, wasn't close enough. He's gonna bleed me. Now, I saw it coming. Yump. Or don't. Now he's gonna yump. No, he's gonna turn his weapon side away from me. Okay, almost got him. Okay, one down. Where's the other one? Oh, there's 2 pages. You saw nothing. Stealth. Alright, doesn't look like there's any bad guys around here. So, okay, this guy's a glaive boy. That's what I figured. What's up? Oh my god, please lock onto the right enemy. Ow. Ow, come on. Alright. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I knew the hip check was coming, but I went for that anyway. Uh-huh. Is he resetting? He was resetting there. He needs to be close to the caravan. Interesting. Ow. Can still kick my ass, but... he's hesitant about it. Alright, horse is 1 hit. Alright, cool. And that gets us something I've been looking for a while now. The armor set. As well as the smithing stone. Let's see. They're weakest to magic. And lightning, I guess. They're resistant to fire and holy. Weak to strike, of course, metal armor set. Pitch black helm worn with flowing black hair worn by the Knights Cavalry who ride funeral steeds. Knights Cavalry who now wander the dim roads of night, were once led by the Fell Omen and were deliverers of death for great warriors, knights, and champions. Interesting. let's put back on the Tree Sentinel gauntlets. Okay. So that's the Knights Cavalry in the Consecrated Snowfield, as well as the last cookbook. So we got 2 more Knights Cavalry to deal with, one in Lens Rise and one in the Forbidden Lands. So let's get the Forbidden Lands one, because that's right here. I think it's closer to the lift. It's still nighttime. Late night. So he should show up. Where he'll show up, I don't know. I think it just said Forbidden Lands near the lift. That's all I know. That's all I wrote down, at least. I didn't even write near the lift, actually. I just wrote before Mountaintop of Giants, so I remembered where this area even was. Oh, Knights Cavalry. Maybe he's up on the side area. Over here. I think I went over here and I was like surprised that there was nothing here. But maybe there isn't nothing here. No, okay. Oh, it's morning now, so he's not gonna be around. I don't know if they just like disappear at morning or something. Hey, what do you have to say? I burned the tree.
You're turn back ahead and the way. Hear me. Doing so. Who would most certainly.
Okay, you have nothing new to say. Because of the fact that I, did exactly what you said is a heretical sin. Let's put a point into int so I don't have to use a talisman. Oh, I'm jiggling. Okay. Real excited to fight this Knights Cavalry. So I'll check over here again. Could this be a bird? Is there something there? Nothing there for me. Perhaps over here. This is a big open area. Still no underground tomb. There's the Stake America. Should probably have looked up exactly where this boy is. But I recall the wiki saying near the lift. Maybe it's near this lift. Let's go over there, I guess. Maybe that section isn't called the Forbidden Lands, and it's just... Oh no, it is the Forbidden Lands. Never mind. Maybe it's near this grace in particular, though. Still nighttime? Mm-hmm. Could have sworn I went through this area at nighttime. This looks very familiar to how the area looked when I went through it. At least as far as I remember. I guess we're just going through it a second time, though. Oh, there he is. Hi. Yeah. No follow-up? This one is noticeably weaker. Still does a lot of damage, but it has a lot less health. That hit me? Cool. That one's down. That's the Forbidden Lands one done. Phantom Slash. And now the one in Lens Rise, which is over here. I think there's a Scarab around here too as well. There's the guy. I've seen a lot of videos of this guy falling off a cliff. Can't tell if this one has more health. I'm surprised none of those hit me. No hip check. Come here. There's the hip check. He's queuing it. Oh, I hit strong attack too early. What? He killed me, wow. That's just kind of embarrassing. How the fuck have we already been going for an hour? What happened? I feel like the last time I looked at that, it was like 10 minutes. I guess we did do the cave and a lot of other running around, but really, it's been an hour? No, no hip check. Is he queuing it again? There it is. He likes to cancel that attack. Ow. How did I hit him and not the horse? Okay. Alright. That's that one down. Knights Cavalry dealt with. That's how we get Bloodhound Step. Cool. Alright, so now all we have is a couple more incantations to get. So first we're going back up here to the Yellow Ruins. On the west side near a sleeping giant. Apparently I can torrent jump to get Unendurable Frenzy. The west side is close to the cliff. Okay. Near a sleeping giant. That guy, maybe? Can't tell if he's sleeping or not. Or if he's just crouched. Perhaps I should have looked this one up. Get all the stuff here, though. Maybe it's in there? Ah, here's a sleeping giant. Aha! I found it. Unendurable Frenzy. Wait, am I? Okay, I think I was in combat for a sec there. So, Flame of Frenzy, Burst of Yellow Flame. Unendurable Frenzy is a violent burst of yellow flame. Requires way more faith, way more FP. But it's continuous. So maddening pain and unstoppable tears of those afflicted with the Flame of Frenzy brought into being. Reading these descriptions. Because only fighting against Tarnished. I wonder how useful a madness, or how like even viable a madness run would be if the madness status effect is only useful against tarnished enemies. So, most notably other players. Alright. Next is Divine Fortification, Tomb Toward Ruins. That's down here, isn't it? Yeah. Apparently there is a scarab that is south of those ruins that I missed. Okay, sorry about that. My cable has gotten tangled up with my headphones. Don't know how this has happened. I literally just put both of them down. Okay. I'm worried that I might have to end the stream at a normal, like, 3-ish, 4-ish hours. I have been up for a while. And I am actually very tired right now. See how long I can go. I want to play more of this game. Oh, we passed the Tombsward Ruins. These are the Tombsward Ruins. Surely I've been in here. It's on the map. Yeah. Oh, hello. Oh, right. Low level area. I hear the scarab even. How did I not find the scarab? Is it up top here? Aha, yes it is. No, come back. I must kill you. Okay, Divine Fortification. Not a particularly useful spell for me because I already have the better version, but no, it's cheaper, FP wise. Alright, so now next is, let's just get the easy ones out of the way, I guess. Bestial Constitution. It's another scarab. Which is northeast of Minor Herb Tree and Dragon Barrow. Good. I need to go around. It's probably easier to get there from Lens Rise, but oh well, I'm going this way. Bear. Someone zooming by on a motorcycle. I'm sure that's becoming audible. I apologize. Hang on. I thought my tinnitus was just getting real bad, but I think it's just the sound of this area? Question mark? Yeah, I don't know if I've ever actually been up here. Obviously, I've been across this bridge. This is where Grail was? I think Grail the Dragon. But I never, like, went between here and the the bird tree. I'm not sure where this scarab is, but I think it's just around here somewhere. I think it's by the bridge. Fifth side northeast of Minor Erd Tree Dragon Barrow. So it's around here somewhere. Maybe it's down there or something. Wait, no, that's just the way to Lens Rise. I would have seen it. It's a very straight path. I think that's where boulders are. Likely clear sky. I don't know about that one, buddy. Where is it? Just gonna run along the cliffside, I guess. I would assume it wouldn't be down there. I feel like I would have seen it if it was down there. Where is this scarab? What is this spell even? Lightning Strike? I don't have the spell, yeah? I have Honed Bolt. And I don't think I have Lightning Strike specifically. Unless it's for some reason not next to the other lightning incantations. Nope, because it's right there. Bye. Oh, no, it's Bestial Constitution, never mind. Lightning Strike is another one, though. What is Bestial Constitution, even? Right, I believe it's Blood Loss and Frost. So it's like, Flame Cleanse Me or whatever, except instead of dealing damage and clearing poison rot, it cleanses Frost and Bleed. Scarab south of Morn Tunnel in Crevasse. Where's Morn Tunnel? Oh, hello, Geo. Welcome. I am very tired, and I apologize if I sound very low energy. I even hear the scarab. Is that the scarab even? Just finish the work, that's the same. Wait. South. Yeah, okay. I hear it. Biz G's getting swole. Or Biz W, excuse me. Okay, I see the scarab. How do I get there? Probably quicker from here. Oh my god. He's gotten longer. He's become even more powerful. Wait, was this not where I just was? I think this is literally where I just was. This is more tunnel. Fucking flowers, the bats. Come here. Wait, no? No, the scarab is up there. How? I'm confused. This is literally where it just was. The scarab is over there. Oh, right. I started north. I need to go south. Shit, what would be the closest Grace Center? Here, I guess. Okay, heading straight ahead. Alright, this leads to the first Madness Village. Yeah. Straight on. I hear them rats squeaking about. Down here. Alrighty, come here. Gotcha. Alright, lightning strike. Nah. Let me get the spell off, please. Oh my god. Oh my god, please. Let me just get the big AoE off so I can kill all of you at once. Fine. I got grabbed, I think. I got grabbed again. Please stop. Please. Oh my god. I hate these things. Please let go of me. Oh my god. Stop it. They're gonna bleed me. Stop. Cease. Okay. Anyway. That was more effort than it needed to be. So next we're heading back to Stormville. To the castle ramparts. This might be where I've been trying to get to this whole time with this place. Apparently we go left. Not from here, probably. Can I hit that bird from here with rock? Easily. Okay. Flying is super effective when hit by rock. Down here? Down there might be where I need to go. Yeah. This is probably maybe correct. That doesn't look correct. This might not be correct at all, in fact. I know I'm supposed to drop down to the left. Oh, there's messages here, so maybe... Rocks are, in fact, the weakness of birds. Alright, so yeah, this is where I'm supposed to be. Marred wooden shield. Sure. Alright, down we go. Uh-oh. Oh. I see. Storm Assault. Just casually surviving like a 60-foot drop. No big deal. And there's a Crucible Knight. He drops the spell that I need. What's up, buddy? Go. Aspects of the Crucible Horns. I think that one's actually, like, pretty good. Alright. Where does this put me? There's an elevator. Oh. Hey, I know where this is. Yeah, this is the Castle Ramparts. So I still haven't found out how to get to that one place that I've been trying to get to this whole time. But apparently I don't need to, so it's fine. Okay. Then the last spell is gonna be from the painting. This painting. No, this painting. Flightless Bird. I feel like I might know where that is. Is that just like the front door? See, I know I got this one. I got this one and this one. I don't think I got these three. So, Flightless Bird. That's obviously up in the plateau somewhere. I hope I can still even get that. Let's start from Windmill Village, see if I can find from here. I haven't looked these up in particular, because I did kind of want to just try to find these still. Where is the Big Erd Tree? Somehow not visible. But this does look very similar to that painting. Yeah, that looks like the door, actually. Are flightless birds immune to rock? That's a good question. I need to kill the dog. Apparently I've never been over here. Why did you just, like, eat your arm and spit blood at me? That's, for some reason, did poison damage. Yes. I guess it depends on if the flightless bird is flying type. Since they could be... They could be not flying type. I'm trying to think if... Oh, yeah. Fucking... I was gonna say, if there... Is there a Pokemon that's a flightless bird and not flying type? Yeah, Empoleon. Yeah, if it's a water type penguin, like the starter in Gen 4. Aha! I knew it. Alright. Fire's Deadly Sin. So that is every single spell in the game. Well, I suppose not every spell. Empoleon gets Steel second, yeah. It's water, 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 steel. Wait, I've gotten every spell in the game that I can reasonably get now. There's a couple locked behind quest lines that I've broken, or boss souls that I never got. Meaning I got the other item from the boss. So like Placidus Axe, double lightning spear, and Fortis Axe, I think. Maybe it's Fortis Axe double lightning spear, I don't know. But yeah, the couple bosses. Okay, so there's these two I still haven't gotten, I don't think. I may have gotten this one, but I don't remember. What do you even get from these? I'm gonna look this up real quick. So we got Resurrection, Champion Song, and Prophecy are the ones. Okay, you get a bow for that one. Prophecy painting gives you Warhawk ashes. Alright. I suppose I have the wiki pages open. I may as well just look at these on the wiki. Okay. So apparently one of them is like right here. I don't feel like searching these up. I am not feeling like it. I have to get up this cliff somehow. I suppose I go this way. Look at all these golden sheep. What does that painting even look like? Okay, it just sees a spiky mountain. Ah, there it is. Give me your thingy. The Harp Bow. What is that about? I assume this is, yeah, boost crystal sorceries. That needs 48 int to use. Holy shit. Pulley bow. It's a short bow. Or the harp bow, not pulley bow. Bow fashioned from a minstrel's harp. Sonorous tones still resound when firing arrows. Troubadours sing tales of champions both in the honorable service of the Erd Tree and the one who spurns honor for blasphemy. Alright, so it's just a short bow, I guess. I don't think there's any, it doesn't seem like there's anything special about it. How are bows on bosses in this game? I suppose it depends on how you use them. I think in this game, bows are kind of busted against bosses because you can do bow jump attacks. And I think that kind of breaks boss AI sometimes. I know it breaks boss AI with one particular boss, Melania. Because the guy that I watch sometimes, Lobos Jr., he did a bow only run, and literally he just jump attack, shot her, jump attack, shot her, jump attack, shot her. It's nothing like special. It's literally just you jump and then shoot while in the air. Like this. That's it. So instead of doing that, like if you're locked onto something, you can jump backwards and shoot. But yeah, doing that seemed to like not it seemed to like break her AI a little bit, and she would dodge like after she got shot, but then she got shot, dodged, and then, you know, she was end of her dodge, so she would just get shot again. And I think he got like 8 or 9 headshots on her in a row purely accidentally. Man, he's still doing stuff, obviously. You know, Elden Ring and all being kind of massive. He's already done a soul level 1, or I guess ruin level 1, whatever. Bow only and cheese all bosses run. Well, cheese as many bosses as he can run. So where's this last thing? It is in directly north of Church of Pilgrimage. Okay. Remember watching him do the ladle run? I don't know if I ever actually fully watched the ladle run. At least not the first time he did it. That was the Church of Pilgrimage. Right here. But yeah. The moment you get mundane in that game, ladle just actually becomes OP. But until then, it is so bad. Oh my god, please. Let's see, where is this place then? Pretty sure that's Stormvale Castle in the picture. Yeah, right there. So it's got to be like right around here somewhere. Yep. Hey, buddy. Warhawk Ashes. Cool. I assume, actually, thinking about it, the ladle run would probably be a lot easier in Scholar. I don't know how soon you can get a mundane stone. But literally the only boss you need to kill is Pursuer. Because you get the Dull Ember after Pursuer instead of in Iron Keep. I was going to call it Farron Keep, not quite. Nothing about Scholar changes beside the final boss. In my completely non-biased opinion, I don't know how to put it aside from the fact that I don't like Dark Souls 2. It's a fine game, but I have a lot of problems with how the gameplay feels. Base Dark Souls 2, in my opinion, is miles better than Scholar, in my opinion. The unfortunate thing is, Scholar has more content. So Scholar has more stuff, it's got more accessible stuff, but the changes they've made to the enemy placements and such are so bad. Notably, if you remember the Executioner Chariot boss, you know, like the double-headed skeleton horse, there's just one of those in Drangleic Castle for some reason. It's just chilling in a room. And then immediately after that are some desert sorcerers or desert sorceress ladies, the big titty pyromancer ladies. They're just kind of in the next room, in a tiny room where they throw insta-kill explosions at you. That particular encounter bothers me so much. It's like they looked at Dark Souls 2 and they were like, okay, we're gonna remaster this for some reason, make like a definitive edition. Let's just make the game harder, and in order to make it harder, let's just put more enemies everywhere in places that they very much should not be. Like, Drangleic Castle becomes literally a party of almost every single enemy, and every single, like, humanoid enemy, and also the skeleton horse. They're just kind of, like, sprinkled everywhere. I can't think of any other specific... Oh, Hades Tower of Flame is also more interesting, but also way worse, because they actually put the Haden Knights in Hades Tower of Flame. But once you kill Dragon Rider, there's just like 5 or 6 of them that are just kind of chilling. When you kill Dragon Rider, they aggro and they start walking around. And fighting Haden Knights is already a pain in the ass because of their insta-frame sword attacks. Also, there's a dragon there now, guarding Ornstein. There's a guardian dragon in Hades Tower of Flame for some reason. So yeah, if you want to get to Ornstein, you have to kill a dragon. And it's low level too, but it still, you know, is on a long bridge. Like, the worst part about it is it's on a long bridge, so you have to run to it. And it aggroes as soon as you're, like, at the front of the bridge, and it breathes fire down the bridge. So if you don't run immediately under it, you're gonna get hit 2 or 3 times by fire. So normally you'd be like, oh, I'll come back here when I'm stronger. You come back there, like, a few bosses later, you, like, 5-shot the dragon, and then you 2-shot Ornstein. And it's like, well, I was supposed to be here way earlier. But there is a dragon in the way, and that seems kind of unreasonable. Yeah, it's more interesting, Scholar, compared to Dark Souls 2. This is apparently Dark Souls 2 rant stream again. It's more interesting, but I would say that the design and the balance is significantly worse. It does make some good changes, like integrating the DLCs into the game better. You actually have to go and find the keys. And you don't have to, you know, pay extra for the DLCs. And you can just get like all of the pre-order content like more organically within the game. But it still is problematic. I cannot play those games anymore. Anyway. I think it might be time for New Game Plus. Let me check my list. Yeah, no, we did everything that I had written down. I don't think I have any other plans. Hey, Selen, how you doing?
My eye.
Yeah, okay, no, you're not doing too good. That's fine. You'll figure it out. You'll walk it off.
Is it time?
Yeah. I think I want to give myself a new build or a new look.
Me not. I would bet.
So let me figure out what armor I want to use. Obviously, we're going to use Saint Trina's sword. That's the whole point of the build. Next, what do I want to use for? Yeah, it's time for fashion. I kind of want to use this shield. It's got like a amber crystal on it. Yeah, I want to go for like a silver look. I can use Loretta's armor. Loretta's armor is pretty cool. But I think I might want to do something lighter. I don't know where I got this. Snow Witch robe. Snow Witch robe could be good. Deathbed dress. It's better in literally every way. Nice. Does this do anything? Okay. I think I'm gonna make my character female for the next run as well. Ooh. That could be fun to use at some point. Okay, I'm thinking either Snow Witch robe or the Retta's set. Let's look at helmets. Nails helmet. If I'm gonna be using cloth, I'm gonna want to use a this fucking stupid hat. That's too pale. You know, obviously I could use that. That matches because it's the same set. I don't think there's any helmets that are like the same sort of like bluish white It's all more of a yellowish white. So maybe I will go with Loretta's set. That way we can go more of a silver. There we go. Perfect. Not particularly huge on the knight helmets of this game. That's too kind of tarnished. Haha, that's it, tarnished. So I guess I'll go with Carrion Knight. Scaled gauntlets. I guess I'm looking for something. Those aren't terrible. Would like something more blue and gold though. Elden Lord bracers. Is that more bracers? Fingerprint gauntlets. That's not terrible. Does kind of clash with the metal, but Champions bracers. Definitely not Melania's gauntlets. No, not blades. Not the Dragon Knight. Not Clean Rot. Bloodhound Knight, nah. Carrion Knight gauntlets? Sure, that's fine, I guess. Gauntlets are kind of hard to tell anyway. Royal Knight is Loretta anyway. See if I can't find anything better. Maybe I just will use the Retta stuff. Okay, this wasn't the fashion that I was hoping to go for. I was hoping to go for something more flowy. Consort's robe. It's Tanith. Like, if I could have something like this, but white. Like, this is good, but it's a little bit much. I would like something on the shoulders as well. There we go. Perfect. Cloth. If this wasn't so just like tattered. That's fancy. I think this would be perfect if it was white. Which I guess is kind of what this is, huh? But this is blue. I don't have any good, like, blue-white stuff. When the fuck did I get this? Oh my god, that's fucking rainbow as hell. I love it. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Raptor's black feathers. Which color shirt would you like to put on? Melania's armor. Oh boy. Elden Lord armor. Alright. I think this might be fine. And I do want to use a catalyst as well for doing the sorceries. I don't know which one would be the best. Well, I got a whole bunch.
Art down.
Alright, so let's do Rebirth.
Now.
Respec. I should look at the stats of these weapons.
Be not alarmed.
Yeah. Sword of St. Trina, scale C with Dex and DD. There might be some other weapons that I'm going to want to use at scale with Int. I haven't looked at the weapons. The only weapon I know I want to use is Sword of St. Trina. I guess Darkmoon Greatsword could be fun as well.
Is it time?
Alright, Rebirth. Try this again.
Now.
So we'll go 40 Int. 40 Dex to start. 40 Vigor just to have health. I'm gonna want a lot of Mind. I don't really need Faith in Arcane, I don't think. So I can go 40 Endurance. 40 Mind, and then dump the rest in the Strength, maybe? That's probably good. Sure, let's go with that.
My
Alright. So now this does 497, that's decent. Saints Trina Store scales with faith for some reason. Can use the Moonlight Greatsword. Just 600 damage at +9. Pretty good. I can medium roll without equipment buffs with this armor. That's got a spell buff of 193. That's got 229. 231. I don't have enough int to use that. Okay, that's fine. This is silver anyway. Wait, I'm only at 45 equipped. Oh man. I'm so used to having a great shield on, huh? Great shield weighs 17, the one I've been using. Alright, let's see. What would be good talismans to use? Let's see. Potency of sorceries wouldn't be a bad idea if I plan on using spells. Memory slots, spell casting time. Charge spells and skills. Attack power with lower equipment load. Yeah, it doesn't help me at all. I think I definitely want the swaddling cloth on, actually. Restores FP upon defeating enemies. That could be good. I think I still want to keep this on. Could also put on the Cerulean Dagger. For even more FP gain. But I think I'll put on the Graven Mass Talisman. Maybe the Radagon icon, actually. Yeah, I think this'll be fine. Oh, I need to change up my looks as well.
Is it thy wish?
I don't think this will cost anything. Yeah. So let me just make sure. Yeah, okay. I have this man saved to favorites. So swap to body type B. Because genders are no longer a thing. Which is reasonable. Oh god, I kept the face though. Oh, that's somehow more terrifying. I did not expect to keep the face. Okay. Ugh. But Nightfolk bleeds silver. Let's go with Aristocrat. I think I hear like some weird animal outside. Alright, what do we have? Let's go with Young Voice 2, I guess? I don't know. Face and hair. Bone structure. Ah. Let's go with this one. I'll keep form emphasis on weak. Ah, yes, the wideness. It's no longer the silver face paint slider. Let's do hair first. I'm thinking we go with like a silver blue almost. Oh, I can use, okay. Like a silver bluish purple. Something like this. Maybe even almost white. Make it real shiny. Real shiny hair. Make it a little bit shiny. Okay. Okay, now I need to change the hair. Zoom out a bit. What hairstyle do we want to go with? What is a Saint Trina style hair? Okay, I think these are more the men's haircuts. Maybe not, actually. These definitely are. I'm looking for something long. Not that we're ever really gonna see this because I have the helmet on, but if I decide to change up the fashion. I'm thinking this one. Let's go this one. Okay. Eyebrows, brow color. I don't want the brow color to actually match the hair. I want them to be a bit darker. Okay. For eyes. Definitely want like a dark purple. Ah. Oh god, you can change like the background color of the eye. Oh, that's funky. Really smooth out that face. Actually, I can't even really tell. Really shiny skin. Lustrous. Gotta have the dark circles a little bit. Very sleepy. Nihil. Okay, purple tattoo. Move it down a bit. That's kind of neat. Expansion. Ooh, actually, I kind of like that. Sure, let's go with that. Just really fuck it up. You really get exposed to a lot of lore before you even know what it is. Like, you got the blood sigil, you got... I think this is the fire? Maybe? I think it might be like the Giant's Flame. Golden Order. Omens. I'm not sure what this one is, or this one. Or that one. But that's the Black Knives. I think that's Frenzy. That is Erdtree. That's just a message, though. That's an eyeball. Okay. Alright. Face structure. I do want to make her a little bit less round. Let's start with the nose, I guess. No, I think I want to do the mouth first. And the jaw. I'll keep it mostly stock. It's just a little bit too soft. All right. Oh. Nose protrusion, I think, is what I want. Okay. That is good enough. Save to favorites. Just to keep it. Alright, finish cosmetics.
Be not, I would burn.
Alright, so now I am woman. See what it looks like in game proper. Eh. Looks alright, I'd say. Just a very tired lady. Looks like she's just done with this shit. It's fitting. Doing a sleep build after all. Alright. Before I go into New Game Plus, I do want to upgrade this shield. I think I made the St. Trina sword plus 10 already. It is Somber Stones, okay. it only gets plus 3 more. I don't think I want to give that the slab. I gave it a little bit more stability, I guess, which is good. It's a medium shield, so it doesn't have much. That's gonna take some getting used to, I think. I think even for a medium shield, it has pretty low stability. Like 45, I think, was the base. And I think I do kind of want to have base out. It's very good, just like Commoner's Headband, I guess. Sure. Alright, so let's sort chests real quick. And put stuff away. Right. Well, there's Dreadsword. Holy. I put away stuff that I don't care about using now with an int build. And I'll go through all the weapons and see if I want to use anything with the int build. I do kind of want to keep this. Never actually used a great axe, huh? Oh, this does magic damage. Alright, I'll hold on to that. Does strike damage too. It's good. See with dex. Yeah, no, I don't plan on using that. I'll keep the thing for Bloodhound Step. Crystal Knife, sure. Just go through, see what scales with int even. It's arcane. Does holy damage. Lazuli Glintstone Sword. Sure. Carry Knight Sword. All of these are straight swords. Rotten Crystal Sword. There's so many Knight Greatswords. Bastard Lord Sword. Ghost Flame. I'm not going to be using that. But I'll just put them in my inventory just because they scale with int. Definitely not using that. Or that. Ooh, I could use the Frozen Needle. Oh, the Frozen Needle doesn't even have int scaling. Wing. Oh, I could use the Wing of Astel. That could be neat. Meteoric Ore Blade. Moon Veil. I'll hold on to those, I guess. Hand of Melania. Blade of Mikola. It doesn't scale with Int? It scales purely with Arcane, interestingly. Sure, I'll use that. Scepter of the All-Knowing. Sure, could be useful. Bastard Stars. Many colored star debris that comprise the form of the natural born of the void. Sure. Why not? Okay, a lot of these are probably not going to scale with Int. Falling Star Bistro, I guess, does, but I'm not going to be able to wield that. Crystal Spear, I guess. Why not? I'm just pulling out everything that scales with Int. The red is War Sickle. Ooh, War Sickle could be fun. Skills with Arcane. Okay. For bow... Honestly, I kind of want to use the Harp Bow. I doubt it would be better. Like, this just straight up already does more damage. Misbegotten Short Bow does more damage as well. It scales more with strength. Let me quick look up the Harp Bow. What's its deal? Champion Song Painting Harp Bow. Okay, it's the lowest stat requirements of any bow, but is fairly weak. Hmm. Yeah, sure, I'll just use the Harp Bow. Where do I even put it, though? I guess I'll just keep it on hand. I'll upgrade it, too. Let's get rid of all these. Since I can use sorceries now. Nothing big. I'm not pure sorcery man. Woman, I guess. Let's see. Support sorceries. Can do Scholar's Armament. Scholar Shield. Scholar Shield might be a good idea. Lucidity is Sleep and Madness. Those don't come up enough for me to care, I think. Carrying Retaliation. That could be good. Freezing Mist, sure. That's a support sorcery, not offensive. Alright, offensive sorceries. Red is Great Bow. Carrion Piercer, sure. Require Arcane. Require a lot of faith, holy shit. I wonder which one's better. Great Blade Phalanx, Carrion Phalanx, or Glint Blade Phalanx. I haven't used, like, any spells. Or any sorceries, that is. I guess let's do... regular Phalanx? And then... Magic Glint Blade? I don't know. Could use Roiling Magma. Sure. Oh, I want to upgrade the Harp Bow. Get that to +9. Okay. So they build up 96. Holy shit. Hang on, where do you get St. Trina's arrows? Can you buy them? Let's see, St. Trina arrow. Okay, so you can't really... there's no real reliable way to just get a lot of St. Trina's arrows. So sleep bone arrows are going to be the way to go, I think. Let's see. Can I craft those easy? Yeah, easily enough, I think. Oh, that uses all my beast bones. That's what it is. It makes 10 at a time, too. Okay. Okay, yeah, it's less sleep buildup, but... Oops. And then I guess this one I just use regular arrows. It's fine. Alright. Let's buy a bunch of stuff just to get rid of these souls. And then I think it's time for New Game Plus. Oh shit, I have bell bearings, patches, and meat peddler. Cool. Turtles. I just buy a lot of these, actually. Let's just buy a lot of those for arrows. Okay. It is time. Begin Journey 2. Here we go. I'm going to change the stream title as well.
The fallen leaves tell a story.
Pop goes the Elden Ring.
The great Elden Ring was shattered. In our home, across the fog, the lands between. Now, Queen Marika the Eternal is nowhere to be found. And in the night of the Black Knives, Godwyn the Golden was first to perish. Soon, Marika's offspring, demigods all, claimed the shards.
This will make a lot more sense to me now. So that's Margit.
The mad
That's Moog.
taint of their newfound strength
Moog stealing child.
triggered the shattering.
Rekard being eaten by Snake.
A war from which no lord arose.
Melania versus Radahn.
A war leading to abandonment by the greater will. Oh, rise now, ye tarnished,
Ye tarnished.
ye dead, who yet live. The call of long-lost grace speaks to us all. Horalu, chieftain of the
I know who that
Badlands.
is. He's got his lion.
The ever-brilliant Gold Mask.
There he is, Sunflower Man.
Fear, the deathbed companion.
Gross.
The loathsome Dung Eater.
Gross.
And Sir Gideon Ofnir. The all-knowing.
Gross.
And one other, whom grace would again bless.
Me.
A tarnished of no renown.
You don't know what you're talking about. Intro cutscene, man. This tarnished is very renowned.
Fog to the lands between. To stand before the Elden Ring. And become the Elden Lord.
All right, here we go. New Game Plus. It's time to do everything again. Okay, so this door is closed. Your first time here. Let's see, what did I keep? Kept all those. I do keep all of these, that's good. I keep all the whetstones, that's very nice. As well as the tailoring tools. Keep all the map bits. And I keep all the notes that I bought. Cool. I just have 10 golden seeds. I don't know what to do with these. Guess I'm just gonna collect them. So apparently there's a fun glitch for this boss. The first time you fight it, apparently if you Alt F4 as soon as it kills you, you load back in, you will have 1 HP and you will be invincible. Let me cast Scholar Shield on this. I don't know how to fight this thing. Sleep. Haha. Oh, it just staggers. He's gonna do the pokes. Sleep. Didn't go very far. Oh no, he's doing blender. Oh, these are some screams. Right, I just tried to parry. Alright, you sleep. Uh-oh. It's fine. Ow. Go buff up. That's like the only attack I know how to deal with. Alright. Easy. Not even close. Alright, so noted. Grafted Scion can be staggered with sleep, but cannot be put to sleep. And it's very difficult to take advantage of that, because Grafted Scion is just very difficult to take advantage of any attack opportunities. Watch the cutscenes again. It's been a long time since I've seen them. It's been, you know... Oh, the Steam overlay isn't showing up. Cool. It's been 162 hours since I've seen any of the other cutscenes. There's any scene like this cutscene. Horse.
Don't worry, Torrent. Fortune is on her side. We found her here after all.
Hello, horse.
One of her kind is sure to seek the Elden Ring. Even if it does violate the Golden Order.
Things are gonna make so much more sense now. Now I know what entails in finding the Elden Ring. It's in the Erd Tree, and that needs to be burned. And that's heresy. Alrighty. I'm not even gonna go down there. I do not need to go to the tutorial area. Ooh, but we have this place. I could go... Do I have stone sword keys? Surely I do. Yeah, okay. Keep the stone sword keys. So I could go in here and make this my first area. Sure, why not? Crafted Scion gave me like 12k souls. Neat. I don't know if it's... That's not what I want to use. Where's soap? Cool. Okay, now that I better know how to deal with this thing. Chase it down. I'll wait another pass. Let's go here. Skeleton? Oh no, you. I have spells. I can use spells for you. Alright, wasn't too bad. Oh, bye. I don't think I ever went up there. How do I get up there? Okay. Quick explore around here. I don't see anything. Now I need to run. Oh god. Well, you know what? This is probably how I get to that thing. I did not mean to fall down here. But here we are. Hello. Ah. Yeah, I've definitely never been down here. That didn't send it down, did it? Oh, it did. Neat. That is a fast counterattack. That's very good to know. Where does this put me? Alright, this area is fucking huge, apparently. Oh man, I don't have Bestial Vitality. I can't just, like, regen health. Hello? What is that? Oh, it's a grafted scion. Figures. Oh god, there's two of them. Cool. I wasn't expecting two of them. That's mean. Okay, soap is much easier to reach from the bottom. But I don't need soap at all if I just, you know, don't roll. I'll play it safe. Oh, you fool. Alright, try that again. Where was that? Down here? I don't think there's any talisman for healing on kill, which is unfortunate. There's only like certain spell effects that do that. Not spell effects, like weapon effects. Oh, that's still up. What did I use? Comet shard, I think. Cool. What does Magic Glint Blade even do? Okay, that's what I thought. Where was it? Was this way? Yeah. Okay, there he is. Ah, yeah. Definitely played that a bit, risky. Alright, hey buddy. Yes, just stand in that, please. Ow. Okay, that's a big stab. Out of FP. Okay. One down. I'm sure he respawns too. Oh god. Nice. Yeah, that does good damage. Don't you blender me. Oh, I'm out of FP, right? I'm like, why didn't that sleep mist? Ow. God, that fucking scream. I need to change his voice. I can't. I hate this enemy. Okay, sleep, please. Thank you. Alright, now I can get this damn item. See if this is even worth it. Erdtree's favor. Great. That would be very, very nice if I didn't already have the +2 version of that. If I can go down. Anything over this way? No. Wonder if the Erd Tree avatar is gonna be anything. Also, I have no Great Rune equipped. I don't have my Great Runes anymore. Huh. There's not another one in here. Okay, no, it's just one of you. Lightning grease. Alright, is there anywhere else to go this way? Go further down, yeah. Ah, it puts me here, okay. You tried. He's totally coming for me, isn't he? Maybe not. Alright, let's just fight the boss and get out of here. Hey. Please don't teleport in here. Ow. Good start. Oh my god, he grabbed me. Are you kidding me? Please use heal. Oh right, Godskin, Swaddling Paw. Fine. Try this. Do you go to sleep? That felt really early. Really? That grabbed me? Am I dead? Not dead. Okay. Please get up. Grab, yep. I want to see if you sleep. I don't think you do, but it'd be neat if you did. Ow. God, that fucking scream. I need to get to the round table hold like ASAP, jeez. Alright. Okay. I am like kind of struggling to keep myself awake. So I think I'm gonna have to end the stream a little bit early today. It's probably gonna be better if I don't just try to sleep my way through the rest of the early game here. Alright. But yeah, that's I think that's where I'm gonna wrap it up for today. We finally made it into New Game Plus though, and we have a neat build to check out. You can mess around with magic. I can mess around with sleep stuff and just see how it goes, you know? Yeah. That's gonna wrap it up for today. Again, sorry for ending it a little bit early this time. 3 hours instead of even the usual 4. But man, I think I've been up since 3 a.m. and it is now 9 p.m. So 18 hours-ish. Yeah, I need to sleep. Hopefully I can do that. But yeah. Outro. How do I do the outro? Thanks for watching. Everybody, even if you stopped by for a minute or you stuck around the whole time, I appreciate you. Thanks for being here. Hope you enjoyed. And see you next time. We'll get to play more of this. Most likely.